I am Geoffrey. I'm first in World of Tanks. I haven't done a video for some time now. And yesterday I played a battle, yesterday or the day before. Recently I played a battle with this vehicle here, the ARL V39, which I have triple marked several years ago when I was doing the team competition event, whatever it was. So I was in skills team and I got, in the end, I completed that successfully. It was tier 10 tanks. But when I finished it, then I put the skin that I won from that campaign into the ARL V39, which had been for some time also one of skills' favorite tank destroyers from this tier. Now, just realized when I played this battle last time that Wargaming, in all their wisdom, have nerfed this tank very much. So it's impossible anymore to find in this garage where the stats are for the tank. They've disappeared actually here. And so you don't notice, presumably. So let's have a look. Where is it? Film about this vehicle. It's this one. And here it's still hidden, so you can't find it. And here it is, 243 damage. It used to be 300 and 300 with high explosives. Not sure where that is anymore. Where do you find that? No idea. 300 with armor piercing, or 330 with APCR. Now it's 243. From 330 has been left down to 243. What is Wargaming thinking? So those of us who like this tank, will we continue playing this game? I mean, it's bad enough I've injured my right hand and I have difficulty, playing with one hand. To actually nerf the few sniping tanks we could still, enjoy and play. Let's have a look. I'm going to put it on a comparison. I'm going to compare it with a Russian tank. I'm not even sure where these things are anymore. How do you put in the comparison tab? Where they put all these things? If you compare, here it is. Totally unnecessary. I say it is a list open on the right. No, it wasn't a list. It was tabs. Tabs go to the top. Lists go to the left and the right. Tabs go to the top. It wasn't a list. It was tabs before. Goodness me. Just the annoying logic of these people. They wouldn't be able to get a job anywhere else. Okay, let's have a look at another tank from tier 6. Where are the Russian tanks? Where are Russian tank destroyers? Here, let's put this one also. Compare. Now let's have a comparison between these two tanks. To compare. Firepower, 243, 390. So the Sioux somehow has kept its firepower. This is going down to 243. Rate of fire apparently has gone up. And that is why this comes up as a better tank. Well, with a tank destroyer, I'm afraid to say, we need to destroy tanks. You don't need to shoot at them several times. Yeah? So then survivability, the Sioux is better. Mobility, the Sioux 100 is better. Concealment, the Sioux 100 is better. Spotting, a little bit extra spotting, sure. I have one of my best crews in this tank, so not surprising. This is totally unbalanced now. I mean, if there was who would play a tank with a tank destroyer with an alpha of 243 when there is one with an alpha 390? I mean, 330 was already less. It is probably more accurate, and maybe it remains more accurate, so it has probably a smaller circle size. So that still remains, but I have one of my best crews here, so 0.29, fine, and 0.36 with the SU-100. But for the kind of alpha, this kind of nerf, I mean, it's a huge nerf, 30% nerf on his firepower. In the meantime, Wargame is introducing all these very heavily armored tanks, especially when they're hull down, and it's destroying all the maps. I mean, every single change Wargaming has done to a map, every map that has been removed, every aspect like dynamic events, everything, every single thing, without a single exception. If you can find exception, point it out to me. Everything that Wargaming has done in the last few years, including the HE buffs, nerfs, is to make hull-down tanks impenetrable from every other tank type. Yeah, to make hull-down tanks the only tank that is effectively buffed. All the other ones across the board have been nerfed, and especially the ones with weak armor have been nerfed, and the ones with strong armor have been buffed. It makes perfect sense, doesn't it? So at this point I'm going to pause and show you a battle that I had recently, just so that I don't make this a complaining video. I'll show you a battle in the ARL V39, and that is likely the last battle I'm playing in this tank, because I hadn't realized when I joined the battle that the tank had been nerfed. And if it is not the last time I play with this tank, then it is going to be the last time I play this game. So this was even a battle in Prokhorovka. So I thought, perfect, here I'm going to have the game of the month. A tank destroyer in Prokhorovka. I mean, the other option is to just play SPGs with one hand. There's not a whole lot I can do. So the one-hand man has gone to the front to spot, because, you know, shooting is difficult as it is. And the OI has come this way. And nobody's going to the hill on the other side of the map. Skoda has sneaked past, already been spotted by the 5916. The OI is taking damage, is out in the open where he is. As far as I can tell, let's have a look. He was totally out in the open. I am supposed to carry, okay, that's quite clear. I am supposed not only to spot in this game, but also to carry. Look what's happening on the other side. Nobody has gone there. The light tank has been spotted. and it's taking damage and is retreating, leaving the Tiger and the T-3485M to guard the bridge. This is our deployment, and everyone else is parked behind me. I mean, I'm okay with that on this side. But when we have nobody on the other side, and we have nobody in the middle, the enemy team has a Churchill 7, and we have a Skoda T40 in the middle. So the Skoda takes one shot, the Churchill takes one shot, then everybody starts shooting at them, but the Skoda has less armor. Okay, so the T50 has been spotted. Someone was awake. And here I realized only 242 from 330 to 242. Look, I've been shooting a shot APCR. That should have done 330 plus minus whatever it is, 30%. 242? $242 and 330. I was thinking, and I stopped playing. I was like, what? 242? That's not a nerf. This is like taking this tank out of the game. Who's gonna play this tank now? Just, you know, I want to know. I want to have some statistics of how many people are still playing this tank now. Of those who have realized that it has been nerfed so much. How about nerfing some of those impenetrable heavy tanks and changing the maps so that sniping tanks can again snipe? Here we have this event. So we have the two only ever German strategic bombers on the Eastern Front. Both of them come down at the same time in the same place. These were the only strategic bombers Wehrmacht or Luftwaffe had during the battle for Prokhorovka or during the Kursk, if they used any strategic bombers at all. And they both come down at the same time on the same spot. And what does that do? That creates cover for heavy tanks to advance, so they cannot be sniped at. Every single change made in the game is to make heavy tanks very difficult to defeat. Okay, it so happens I'm not only spotting, I'm the only person awake as well, it seems, because I'm always the first person who shoots the new tanks that are being spotted. And I don't have a turret, and I'm playing with one hand, so I have to use my left hand to both move and shoot. This is what this game has become now. Now, I hadn't joined at the very beginning when this game went live. I joined around 2017 or 18. So I haven't witnessed the early phases of the game. But since that time, so here we have commented each other because I comment one of the light tanks. He commented me back. But since that time, around about 2018 or 19, every update, every release, every single thing that Wargaming has done was about nerfing the lightly armored tanks so that the heavily armored tanks have been effectively buffed and have become more difficult to destroy or to pen. So it is the well-protected, heavily armored tanks that have been given more protection at the expense of the unprotected, weakly armored tanks that have been given less protection with all the changes the company is introducing in the game. Okay, here's gone. He's gone turret down as well as hold down. Finally, I mean, it's like a whole team is there. They couldn't take that guy who was like 100 meters away from them. And now, of course, they are mostly dead. And there are two things that are important in this map. One is spotting, and we don't have anybody to spot anymore. T-78 is spotting from up there in the bushes. We lost both our light tanks, unfortunately. As soon as I commended the light tank, it was taken out. And then the other thing you need on this map is map control, which we don't have. Those are the two things you need. And so the enemy has complete map control. We are controlling this little corner, and only thanks to me spotting. Essentially. And you can see the enemy players don't really know what they're doing. It's not as if they're very good players. And you can see here my last few shots. The enemy tanks were sitting there sideways, completely ignoring me. Okay, managed to get away. Okay, the dangerous tanks are the tanks coming from this side. So, coming sideways. I don't even have the outline. I don't know why I didn't have the outline. Is this a new feature in the game? I didn't have the outline during the game. Oh, I was spotted there. I thought it was double bushed. Oh no, someone has spotted me independently. So here, the enemy is coming. A complete ignore. Both of them are showing me their sides. So we lost from a noob team, and the only player who could save the team had his gun nerfed. Okay, I'm definitely not playing this tank anymore. If I play the game, that's a big if. If I play the game again, thank you for watching.